not afraid to tell you the story. I'm not coming back to Philly, I think. So, I mean, I love Philly, I really do. But it's like as a nice getaway from New York, basically, for like a weekend. I'm really sorry. Don't shun me. So basically, last year I started my New Year's with a resolution that I should skinny dip that year, and I guess my second chance is whether this year I should do that again. And so I have that's the second chance, right? So I have a story related to that. Last summer I was traveling in India, and I was, I am really interested in Indian art, and that's probably what I'm going to get my undergrad degree in. And so I was like checking out all these different sites in India, like temples and things like that, and I went to Sanchi. And Sanchi, if you don't know, is significant because it has this very famous stupa built by like King Ashoka when he converted. Okay, sorry. But backdrop, it's a really nice town. It's like a village, and it's like it feels like a really nice, safe space, right? So, and I was also staying at this this monastery, and the monks seemed cool and everything's chill. And I met this guy. This guy was the person who stayed in the room next door. He was an artist, and I was like, okay, yeah, we can groove, in the sense that I trust you immediately, right? Because I think this scholar came to my college last year, and his name is Kwame Anthony Apaya, I think, and he was speaking about the honor code and this idea that honor societies are formed based on people who have similar interests or of similar backgrounds. That's the people you trust, and he was talking about it in terms of moral revolutions, that if people in your honor society change their morality, then you do too, sort of thing. And I took that to mean I should really think about who's in my honor society. And I thought this guy was in my honor society because he is from art worlds. He is also Cantonese, and from this Chinese cultural background, and we're also Buddhists, we're chill people, we can get along, and nothing bad will happen, right? And okay, by the way, I should say his name is Kent Lee, so if you know him or if you see his work, I fucking hate that guy. I really hate him. And okay, so what happens? Okay, so what happens is that we're talking, and it's oh yeah, about Buddhism, about art, he shows me pictures of his sculptures in China, blah blah blah, and I'm he's like yeah, I befriended this guy here. He's the guy who sells water in the train station, and he was telling me about this really cool bathhouse nearby, and it's and I was I think inner hipster, the inner New Yorker was I have to do this, people come to Sanchi for the stupa, but I have to see this bathhouse. It's so cool. And then so I was yeah, I'd love to go, and yeah, okay, cool. And it was a really cool space. So this is this huge it's this apparently it's where the underground there's water that comes up, and that's from, I don't know, it's groundwater, and you have to climb this really tall cement fence with barbed wire to get in the pool, and it was really cool, and yeah, it was a good idea, and I was you know what, I don't care, I'm never seeing these people again, I might as well just skinny dip, whatever. So I did that, and I should say that last semester I worked as a nude artist model at Columbia, and it was chill because I think you separate what nudity is, in your mind you think that nudity is just a nudity. It's just you're just a body, and people draw you, and it's chill. And I thought this guy had this understanding of that because we're both from art world. Okay, so oh shit. Okay. So that happened, and I was okay, I'm going back, and tomorrow I'm going to see the stupa, and then I'm going to peace out. And then I sleep, and I hate it when people disturb my sleep. That's it's it's just really annoying. And the worst part was that the monastery, I should say, I think it was the summer, so the wood was really it was yeah, the wood was expanded so the locks didn't work, and I was whatever, it's chill, it's a monastery. And I went back to sleep, and then the guy fucking wakes me up, and he's are you sure you're not lonely? Do you want someone to spend the night with? And I'm fuck you! Just because I'm a single girl traveling, and you have no right to invade my space like that, and it just really pissed me off that dared listen to like this scholar from Princeton, like, fuck you, you don't know anything about like honor or like honor codes or like honor societies. You're just like in your ivory tower. Anyway. That being said, I think that I would still give skinny dipping with a stranger a chance because yeah, it's a great time and like it's about trusting people, it's about having that like trust in others, you know? And I trust all of you, so if you want to go skinny dipping with me, I have like a week left in Philly, so